Hi, welcome back to Wall Street Confidential. I'm Deborah Borchardt, and I'm talking with Jim Cramer. And Jim, we're looking at this market, which is very oversold.
Right.
Now, can we see more selling, or where do we go from here?
At extremes like these, I like to augment fundamentals, which are quite bad, as we know, with technicals, which have produced snapback rallies. And I rely very much on Helene Meisler top stocks, as I have since 1988. When we get to extremes where I feel like that we are so oversold, I also use the S&P oscillator. She reads the McClellan oscillator. I pay to get the S&P oscillator, and it was minus 12 going into today. That's an extraordinary reading. We did get to even more than that in November. But what that says is if you're shorting, you should cover. If you own stuff, and we've bought a lot of stuff on the way down at actionalertsplus.com, let it run a little. Now, some of it is for us today is bad because we have Foster Wheeler, which was a very big miss, and I'm trying to get my arms around it. But you usually have an absence of selling when we're this far down. As people say, you know what, maybe I shouldn't sell Verizon at a 7% yield, or maybe it's wrong to sell Chevron here at a 5% yield. So where we are is a combination of people saying maybe things have gotten too cheap, and people saying, you know what, we're due for a snapback rally. It's at the end of the month. That's the lean part of the puzzle. And if for the moment, the fundamentals, which are awful, seem to be reflected in the stocks, and the technicals, which have gotten to an extreme, have not been reflected, which allows you to have a relief rally ahead of what could be a major speech that people might actually like, given the fact that the expectations have gotten so low.
So if you wanted to sell, then you have people that feel like they've kind of missed that opportunity to sell.
Exactly. Deborah, exactly.
You just can't stomach it.
Right. As what I said today on the Today Show, they asked me, look, you know, last time you were on the market then declined 3,000 points. You said to get out. What is your advice?
And you took a beating for that.
Yeah, well, no, it was considered to be heretical, but that's okay. I mean, it's interesting because, of course, I discussed the notion of truth versus not telling the truth, and I went for the side of truth.
Right.
But I think that what you're getting right now is a recognition that even if you don't like the market, a better attempt to sell could be ahead of you. And that's where we are.
Thank you, Jim. Keep that in mind. This is Deborah. Stay tuned for more at thestreet.com TV.